To see my Chronicles of a Nappy-Headed Professional series, click here and it'll take you to the playlist. Um, People who are in college or in school or even just pursuing something outside of the realm of their normal daily lives. And so I've had a lot of people, with the semester ending, contact me and say that they want some words of encouragement. And I do want to offer that. Since for me, before this year, the past 10 years were all about attaining 3 degrees for me, and getting my PhD and moving up farther in my career at a young age. So I can understand what people go through, what's hard for them, some of the hardships you encounter, what to do, what not to do. And of course, I can't tell you everything in one video, but I do plan to do more than one videos on this. Definitely look at my Chronicles of a Nappy-Headed Professional. Those also offer some insight, and I'm going to give you a link to click on to go to those Chronicles of a Nappy-Headed Professional. So make sure that you check those out, because those kind of give you some of the building blocks that I used to get to where I am now. And so, let me go ahead and kind of give you some background and some things that could possibly help you. When I first came to college, I really did not know what it was that I wanted to do. I knew a little bit about college, but really my first immersion into college was me stepping out on the campus. So it was like my first time. My mother got her degree not much before I did, so it wasn't like I really got to watch a lot of people go off to school and see what it was really like. I got to see some people, yes, but growing up in the hood, it's not always common to see a lot of people going off to college and really, staying in college and being successful at it. So I had to really learn the ropes on my own. And when I first went to college, I went on the Scholastic Enhancement Experience program, which is like a program for kids like me who came from like inner cities, low SES, really didn't know, kind of a fish out of water, might have done good in high school, might have had really good potential, but needed shaping and forming. So I was actually there a whole summer before most students. And I was able to kind of move through and see what classes were like. But upon my first semester, I did really bad in school. And when I say really bad, and I'm not ashamed of this, clearly, and I'm going to tell you all, a lot of people like to sugarcoat what they've been through and talk about how great they are. I had to earn my greatness. So I have no problem saying I finished up my first semester with like a 0.86. It was ridiculous. Like, I was all over the place. Not to mention, I went to a school. I went to Truman State University, which has only pulled higher in its rankings in public school system, in public schooling for colleges. But it was like number 10 in the country for public education, and money wise as well. So it's a really good school, and so it was a hard school. And I came in like this pre-med bio major, really didn't know what I was doing, what was going on. But I tell you, after that first year, I got my life together. I literally started getting straight A's. I literally got out and met people, because my first year I was kind of closed off into myself. And I think that was because I had learned that that's the way you're successful. You have to stay in your room and you have to do that. I really made myself miserable when I didn't have to do that. And so I learned that in order for me to be successful, I had to integrate myself into my community. And that was smart. That was smart for me to do. I know a lot of people that will tell students, and I hate when they do this, and maybe this offers some encouragement for some of you all, because this is when I started to see success. I hate when people tell students, well, you shouldn't join organizations. They take away from your time to study. You shouldn't join sororities because they're against what God said, and you need to do this and you need to do. Everybody's situation is unique. I joined many organizations, including the Christian choir. I also took part in many organizational things on campus. I joined Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I did not feel that my Christianity was compromised. I also felt that a lot of my skill sets were being strengthened. I also had a good network going on. And you all know that I've talked a lot about being a member of AKA and how great it was for me. You know, I know everybody has their own little story or whatnot, which that's a whole nother video. But it was good for me. And those women really cultivated and helped encourage me, along with God, who I had first. So, you know, I really felt like I got a sense of womanhood, sisterhood, all of those good things, and that kind of pushed me out in the community. It also forced me to have study levels, because to be in a sorority you have to have a level of a GPA in order to stay active. So that was pressure to do that. I also was balancing many things. I gained great time management skills. And what I'm saying to you is not join an organization to help you with this. No, you need to get your core life together first on campus. Make sure that you've integrated yourself with a few friends, a few people that are good at some of the things you're looking to get good at. You might not be good at math, but make sure you got a math person. You might not be good at writing papers, but make sure you have a person that's good at writing papers for you. Everybody should visit the Multicultural Affairs Center. And I know a lot of times, I think even Caucasian people, and I know I have Caucasian viewers, white viewers, will say, well, Multicultural Affairs Center isn't for me. Actually, I knew a lot of white people that came to the Multicultural Affairs Center and received the same help that I did. So a lot of times that was my good punch, was I was able to go to the Multicultural Affairs Centers and not only get a job, I also had a job as a person who watched the building at nighttime and was able to study there. I also got hooked up and linked with the McNair program, which was wonderful for me, and going to graduate school and having someone help me with that step. I also was able to, again, like get little odd jobs, learn about different things that were going on in the community. Tutoring was like free. There were free tutors. There was free writing workshops and writing center. It was a wonderful resource. And I think the problem with a lot of students is we get on campus and we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. But the best thing to do is to research your own campus and find out what's going on, where people are going for help. You know, if you don't do well in groups, maybe you can learn about some groups that might be focused on what you need and try to ease your way into some groups. Also finding tutors that might help you individually. But I say all this to say, you know, like I said, I can't tell you everything in one video, and I plan to come back with more. But what I wanted to say is stick with it. You know, don't get discouraged. Don't always let what other people have to tell you affect you. I went to school for 10 years to get a PhD. You know, I earned my bachelor's, I earned my master's, I earned my PhD. And when you think about it, that span of time was going to pass me by anyway. So I could have been productive or I could have been non-productive. And I could have let what other people had to say about me attaining my degrees stop me. You know, I wouldn't be a 28-year-old professor at this time. And you know what I mean is, as a professor, I'm not just an assistant faculty. I'm a professor. My students look up to me. My students are mostly older than me. So I feel like what I'm doing, you know, teaching doctoral students at such a young age, I couldn't have done that had I not stuck with it. And coming in with that 0.86, I could have been discouraged and left, but I didn't. And I want the same for you. I want you to feel successful at what you do. Find what's good for you. Just because you come in one major does not mean you can't change majors. Of course, don't be fickle and change your major every semester. You never get out of there. But make sure you know what's right for you and not just what's right for your family and friends. Do what's good for you. Pray, seek God, fast, talk to people that are in the major that you want to be a part of, or maybe talk to others who didn't like the major so you can figure out what didn't work for them. But guys, this is the first in this series, and I hope that offers you some help and some compassion, and know that I've been there and I feel it and I understand. Beautiful brown baby doll, peace.
If you would like to see more of my videos, including natural hair tutorials and weight loss videos, click the videos and they'll take you to the playlist. Thanks for your continued love and support. Continue to rate, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to see beautiful brown baby doll grow.
Seek to educate, regulate, never violate, never teach.